Today is November 28th, I believe, and we are going to be live. I'm just pulling up things on my computer and remembering to turn down my volume. Of course, my computer was not booting up, but I think it's just because it did an update. How is everybody this morning? Is anybody live with me? Today's image is either camera or camera roll, so I'm going to just pull up my camera roll and choose something that I have on my camera roll. I have a lot of things on my camera roll, but I wanted to do something a little bit more personal, or maybe do some sketches from, for example, when I went to the museum with Nick and Abba, I thought maybe I could do some images from there. I have some really great busts from there, so maybe I'll do that. And my computer is just still coming on, so if you are here, hello, nice to see you. I just need to pull up, and I can't see chat in my screen, so I apologize if you are there chatting, but I'm gonna pull you up right now. And I'm so sorry, my laptop is super slow. There we go. Okay, let's go to live, because we are live. All right, now I can see who's here and who is watching and who is painting. I'm going to get my sketchbook that I want to just do some rough sketches in. Hi Maria, hello Janice, hi Beth, good morning. So I still have some pages in this sketchbook, so I thought I would do a couple of gouache paintings in here. I have some pages prepped as well. Scrolling through. Here we go. I have one here that I may do on. I may do one. I think I'm gonna do one of them on here with gouache, and I'm gonna do a bust. We were chatting this weekend about next year's calendar, and I think a couple of us were chatting, and I think we are definitely going to think about making the mornings definitely more of a practice. Yes, there will be prompts and everything, but just having fun with materials and different things, a little bit more like how it used to be the first year that we were all together. And so that's gonna come into effect January 1st. Obviously, excuse me, obviously we'll just keep going with how we've been doing it. Oh my goodness, I have boxes that are open. I'm not sure if I just paused it or if it's still live. Okay, is it clear for you guys? It never looks clear for me, but I'm not sure if it's because I'm on the same network or something. Just give me a thumbs up if it's clear, and a thumbs down if it's not clear. So I have a couple of busts. I have this one which I really like. I think I may do a profile and maybe do a couple of different ones. They're always fun to do, these busts. This one's really cool as well. I think I'm going to do the profile picture one. And I may need to get some white out, but I'm going to just use what I've got here and see if I can pull it out. I have crumbs as well. I'm going to have to fix this before I head out this weekend. Thumbs up from Beth, and thumbs up from Janice, and Meryl says it's fine. Good morning, Meryl. And Maria says it's clear. Okay, then it's just me, and because it's on the same network, I think that's what's happening with it. So yeah, so today is camera and then in brackets it was camera roll. And I put that. That's why I was late as well, because one, my computer wasn't starting up, and two, I spelt something wrong when I was doing the initial, like, ready to go on live on my subject matter, and I'm like, ah, no. So then I had to go back. Let's just close a couple of my windows here. Good morning, good morning. So what I love about this prompt is that everybody is drawing either their camera or their camera roll. And I really like that. So I'm looking at the shape of the whole object. And because it's gouache, you can go over as well. Good morning, Oscoto. Where is Oscoto from? Nice of you to join. I don't recognize your name, so that's nice. There's somebody new joining. Next month is Birds in December. I did post a little highlight, so all the birds are there. If you're a patron, you're going to get the list of birds as well as photos of the birds that I'm going to be painting. But if you have any, because we're doing the ABCs of birds, if you have any A to Z birds or A to Z birds that you would prefer to do, then please do them. Because it is about personal choice as well. And I feel like the birds are definitely a personal choice, because some people like bigger birds, and I'm not sure if I chose all small birds. I can't remember. The list was done a year ago, so you know, there may be some birds that I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that bird, but I put it on the list, so bear with me. Some days may not be what you're expecting. And I'm going to be using an altered book, so I'm going to be doing some collaging and some acrylic and acrylic gouache and maybe some other mediums in my month, during my month. And because I'm going to be away for a week, there won't be lives, but there will be recordings on YouTube. So just come back to YouTube every morning and you'll see the recording. Of that day. I'm just looking at my profile and seeing I have to make it a lot wider. I've just noticed. So better to be wider than smaller, so I'm going to do that now. A lot wider. Oscoto said, can watch for a bit as I have extra early meeting this AM. Who is Oscoto? Where are you from? And nice of you to join. Is it somebody we know that has a different name on YouTube? I always wonder about that, because people choose different names for their YouTube than what they do for their Instagram. We're so used to being on Instagram. Did everybody have a good weekend? Did you do anything special? I saw Eva went to a Helsinki museum. It was great. Loved seeing the pictures of that. Okay, I think this is it may be better. I may have done this a little bit too small as well, so I may have to check that. And then make his neck a little bit wider as well. I leave next Sunday. Oscotta says San Antonio, Texas, and yes, I follow on IG. Ah, well, welcome. So yeah, so maybe your name is your name the same on Instagram? I mean, it could be Scott. Is it Scott? Oscotta. All right. We have some Texans in the house. You're up nice and early. Thank you for joining. Okay, I may have to use my dryer only because, and I keep extending the face. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but it does seem. What are you guys all drawing, by the way, or painting? I think my head just grew here on my page. It is Scott. Hi, Scott. Nice of you to join. See, there was a little bit of fishing there, but then we know who you are, Scott, on YouTube. All right. Okay. I think. Well, you know what? I can work on the wood that it's sitting on before I start using my dryer, although it is very wet in some places. Maybe I'll just get a brush. Scott's just watching and listening. Happy to be here. Great. Anyone else drawing today? I know that Janice usually does. But maybe Janice is just having her tea and doing her yoga. All right, that's going to dry. And I'm going to mix up a nice warm chestnut color for the wooden plinth that it's sitting on. Maria, any updates of matches, football matches? I know that Maria is fully immersed in football. There has been a week of it, and I guess some teams are out now, so things are changing. I feel like the neck needs to be even wider, but I can't make it even wider. That would just... And I'm gonna just do this. I'm just gonna put the outline like this. This is also wrong. Okay, well, we'll just make it work because I did get my proportions a little bit wrong. This is slowly drying. I can work into it a little bit and get some depth to the image. Janice says, mostly right now I'm making a mess with some acrylic wash. I know Canada is out. It's a shame. It's okay. They're just they're, you know, they're playing it with the big guys, and I think Canada is more of a hockey country than a soccer country, and that's okay. Every country has their sport, right? Is the US still in, or are they out as well? Okay, I'm just looking at the darker areas where the ear is. And put all the light areas on afterwards. US is hanging on by a thread. We'll see on Tuesday. Who's playing today? Anyone? Is Denmark still in? Okay, all the ones that I want to know who are still in. Denmark, England. Denmark, England, Italy. They're probably all still in, those ones. I have to go a lot darker with a lot of this, with this tone. Italy didn't make the World Cup? Oh my gosh. And England's the same boat as the US? Oh no. How about Spain? How's Spain doing? Spain is usually really good. They make it? They must have made it. I can't believe Italy didn't make it. Oh, France, I think, is doing well, aren't they? Man, they must have been devastated, Italy, to not make it. Okay, it's still wet. I think I have to use my dryer for a second just to help me out a little bit. So you may have to bear with me. Bear with me 2 seconds. Okay. Now I can work over the top of this. I don't have the angle of the nose, I don't think, or the angle of the, I'm just looking at my image here. I'm going to see if I can get some brighter highlights on. I guess I should probably just look on the internet. I did look on Friday to see the standings, but so they have another week, and they basically, if they lose, is it the same with US and England? If they lose the next game, they're out. I guess they have to have a certain amount of points. Sorry everybody, we're talking football. Honestly, I do really enjoy, like, when it comes to like things like the World Cup. It's so huge over in England. Like, when I go over there, that's probably all I'll be doing in the evening is watching football and hanging out with my parents and drinking wine, as you know. Maria says it's been surprising upsets this year. Kind of fun to watch. Yeah, you know what? It really is when teams that are expected to get in don't get in, and other teams like excel. It is exciting because, you know, one, it just gives other people a chance to shine and really to show you that it's really about the players, not so much about the country, right? So if you don't have the greatest players in your country, and you can't just win something. Maria says yes, they have another week of playing in their group stage. Okay. Hello, Janine Cavaliera. How are you? Yes, it does sound like a great plan. It's going to be a very, hopefully relaxing. I mean, I'll be helping out on the farm as well, in England, but the evenings will definitely be spent not doing much, which will be lovely. No, just me going to England, not the whole family. I think my 16-year-old is not too happy about it. She's like, why can't you just book me a ticket? Can't I come with you? I mean, she probably could, but she has school and she has dance, and yeah. I mean, that would be kind of a cool surprise as well if I booked her a ticket. But I kind of want to spend time with my family, especially with my mom and dad. So it's been years that I haven't been over there by myself. It'll be good for her to spend time with her dad as well. Although I don't think they'll be spending too much time together. So I'm just looking at the small highlights of this bust. This was from a trip to the Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto that I did last month, and we met up with one of our lovely group, Nick and Abba. Nick is from Australia. She came all the way over to go to the Wool and Yarn Festival in New York, and New York State, in Rhinebeck. And then Abba came across from the other side of Toronto, which was really lovely to see her as well. And we went to the ROM for a couple of hours, and I took a whole bunch of photos so that I would have to draw from as well. But they had these beautiful busts and the lighting was perfect. So I'm like, oh my God, I gotta take some photos of them. I need to do more museum days, I think, in the new year. I think I'm gonna try and get Abba to come with me or Christina to come with me and do, you know, really make an effort to go into town and go to museums, because you get a lot out of them and they're inspiring, and yeah, definitely. You may see some farm sketches. I mean, I will do some sketches, but I think I'll be quite busy as well because I'm going up to London, but I will take lots of photos from in London. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be doing too much. I have some commissions that I need to get done as well while I'm on my trip, so I'll be taking those with me too. So it's kind of, you know, it is a break, but I can't stop my work, so it's a busy time of year. Going over for my mum's 80th birthday, that's the whole reason why I'm going over. Alright, getting some blending done here. It's very enjoyable to work on just looking at the light and dark of something. I think that's why I really enjoyed the charcoal workshop that we did last week, because you really do get to study what's right there in front of you. Oops, just went a bit too wide on that. I can come back and correct it though. I think also my ear is too close. I always do that, and I always say I do it, always, and I should really correct it before I continue, but I'm gonna just continue what I've got here because I know I'm gonna run out of time if not, because things don't dry, and I really wanted to get some different lighting on this as well. If you're joining and you haven't been here before, welcome. We're participating in Gouachevember, which is run by Hey Hooray Design. She, Daria, that's her account, she runs Gouachevember every year and has done for the past, I think this is the 4th year. And she works with gouache a lot, and so it was fitting for her to do a month of gouache prompts, and so she's stuck to it because everybody loves doing it, and it's nice to try the medium, whether it's traditional gouache or whether it's acrylic gouache, which is a mix between acrylic and gouache. Some people say it's just acrylic, matte acrylic, but it is what you want to know, what you want to have of it, or make of it rather. So it's nice to dedicate a month to a different, like one medium, because I feel like you really do explore that medium and enjoy working with something which maybe you're not used to, maybe you want to get better at. There's not much detail up here where it's darker. And people use gouache differently. They use it, some people use it a little bit more watered down. I don't know where that pink or orange has come from. Let's correct that. Some people use it a lot thicker. With gouache you can layer, so as long as you put that first layer on, you can get really lovely covering or pasty. So I think a lot of people like it because of that too. Okay, I'm going to use my blue and come really deep in with the shadows here and make these pop. Just on a couple of them. Values, yes, values. Scott says, I really enjoy watching you bring this piece together. It shows the importance of values. Beth says, I've really enjoyed doing this month of prompts with you and everyone. I think it's helped me figure out how I like using gouache. Yeah, and there's so many different ways of using it, which, you know, it's great because it works for a lot of different people in different ways. Beth says she's really looking forward to Birds in December. I'm really looking forward to Birds in December too. They're such little beautiful creatures to draw, and it's going to be fun to see everybody's birds. I know that there was Birdtober, and some people do both Birdtober and Birds in December. So hopefully there'll be quite a few people doing Birds in December